young team in the league. We talked earlier about Ja Morant, who we see right here. He's going to get his own $200 million or a very large extension today. Grizzlies probably going to be one of the teams to look at in the years to come. Very excited about their future. They're fifth on my list of teams in the league going into this offseason. Next up on the list, the Los Angeles Clippers, the team that is going into the season, to me, might be the championship favorites when you look at having Paul George and Kawhi Leonard back and all of the depth they have around this team after Steve Ballmer, another guy who's not afraid to spend money, has been just throwing out dollars left and right to bring in players over the past few months while the Clippers were not in contention this year. I think they have a chance to be a very, very good team next season. Third, the Milwaukee Bucks. Should have won a second straight championship this year. Chris Middleton had not gotten hurt in the second round, I think, or in the first round, I should say. I think they would have beat the Boston Celtics. Giannis Antetokounmpo had one of the great playoff series you'll ever see against Boston. Almost won it by himself. I think they go into next season, to me, as the team in the East that I would look at as the best, the most likely champion to come out of here. Second up, though, are the team that won the East last year, the Boston Celtics. Have to give them credit for the way they went through the playoffs. Jason Tatum had a pretty rough NBA Finals, as we all know. I think he will come back better. He, to me, is a sneaky pick for MVP this season because I think the Celtics have a chance to win a ton of regular season games. They have a young, durable roster. Ime Udoka's done a great job as coach, and I think they're going to be a very formidable foe this year. But the top team has to be the Golden State Warriors. I don't like the Warriors to repeat. I do think they're going to have some issues potentially with injuries as these guys get into their mid-30s, but when you look at them coming off the championship, Steph Curry having a truly incandescent performance in the finals, establishing himself again as one of the top players in the league, you have to give them the top spot until somebody takes them down.
All right, I give you. Look, it's a great list. I didn't see the Sixers, but that's okay.
Look, you know what? They got a shot.
Okay,
they got a shot to be in there.
Honorable mention. We'll give them that.
Because remember, it's going into free agency, and they're going to be a lot better in a couple of days, I think.
Well, I will say that what I saw from Giannis in that playoff series, like 7-game series I covered, it's as great of a performance as I've seen in a series, and it's right there with the LeBron stuff. The Bucks are in great shape going forward. If you talk about the Bucks, you're not going to potentially be wrong.
They have the best player in the universe. That's a good place to start.
Well, I'll tell you what. If you're talking about the Warriors and their chances going forward, Draymond Green, we know what he thinks, and look at this bold prediction he made earlier this week.
19 was when Steph really locked in on the weight room. And so that's where he kind of starts taking that bump and kind of bumping it up a little bit. I think you started to see it then, that growth, and like, oh, man, nobody can stop this dude now. And I think that really changed the complexity of our organization, and I'm pretty certain that's why we'll win 3 of the next 4 NBA championships.
Wow.
3 of 4. Do you agree with Draymond?
Listen, the only surprise here was that Draymond didn't say we're winning the next 4 championships. I'm really not sure why he gave anyone any of them.
I'll tell you why, so that if they don't win next year, he can say, I said 3 of the next 4.
That's right. Now listen, I mean.
Well, do you agree with him?
No. I mean, I agree with him in the sense that the last 6 years that their core has been healthy. Draymond Green, Klay Thompson, Steph Curry, the Warriors have made the NBA Finals, right? So, of course, Draymond is going to think we can win every year. Why wouldn't he? They just won the championship this year, right? But you look at the combination of age, injury, and competition, I just think it's going to be very difficult for Golden State to win 1 more, let alone 3 of the next 4. Because you look at the teams around them, right? Just look at the West. You got Memphis coming up, obviously gave them a ton of trouble in the second round this year. You've got the Clippers, who are going to be coming. You have Denver, who's going to be healthy this year. You've got Dallas and Luka Doncic. You got Phoenix. We'll see what they look like after last year. That's just in the West. We just got done talking about the Bucks, the Celtics, the Nets, the Sixers. There's a ton of really good teams. So you need to not only be good, you also have to be lucky. These guys are in their mid-30s, ton of miles on their tires. They've all had injuries. I just think it's hard to count on them.
Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.